Hey Nation, I'm Derek, and welcome to Chiefs Express Report. The Kansas City Chiefs have been riding high this season, boasting an impressive 11-1 record and closing in on the AFC's coveted #1 seed. Despite close games that have kept fans on edge, the Chiefs continue to dominate and aim for their third consecutive Super Bowl victory. Yet, even with a roster filled with talent, some players have underperformed, making it likely the Chiefs will part ways with them after the 2024 season. Let's take a look at some Chiefs who are on thin ice on the roster and one unbelievable addition Veach is expected to bring. But first, guys, I have a small request. If you find our content valuable, please consider giving us a like. It's a small gesture that really helps support us. Thanks for being awesome. Wanya Morris, a third-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, entered the league with high expectations, but his performance has left much to be desired. Despite being in only his second season, his struggles on the field have significantly impacted the Chiefs' offensive line. Morris has struggled to protect Patrick Mahomes, with opponents exploiting his weaknesses to get to the quarterback. Chiefs fans on social media have humorously labeled Morris as the reason several defenders are headed to the Pro Bowl this year. Unfortunately, the humor masks a serious issue: Morris's inability to hold his own against elite pass rushers. The Chiefs attempted to address this issue mid-season by signing veteran DJ Humphries, a move that highlights their diminishing confidence in Morris. While it's unusual to give up on a third-round draft pick so quickly, the lack of improvement makes it easier for the team to consider moving on from Morris in 2025. Skyy Moore's NFL journey with the Chiefs has been disappointing, to say the least. Drafted in the second round in 2022, Moore was expected to develop into a reliable target for Patrick Mahomes. However, his role in the offense has diminished significantly this season. Through 12 games, Moore has played in just 6 and has yet to record a single reception. His minimal contributions on special teams only amplify his lack of impact, raising questions about his long-term value to the Chiefs. Kansas City has historically struggled to develop wide receivers, relying instead on external additions like DeAndre Hopkins to bolster their passing attack. While rookies like Rashee Rice have shown promise, Moore has fallen further down the depth chart. With limited trade value and minimal on-field contributions, it's hard to imagine the Chiefs retaining Moore beyond 2024. Nazeeh Johnson. The cornerback position has been a challenging area for the Chiefs in 2024, and Nazeeh Johnson's performance hasn't helped. Following the trade of standout cornerback L'Jarius Sneed to the Tennessee Titans, Johnson was expected to step up. However, his performance has been lackluster, to say the least. Allowing a passer rating of 101.2 when targeted, Johnson has become a liability in coverage. His struggles were evident during the Chiefs' Black Friday victory over the Las Vegas Raiders when he was benched in favor of Joshua Williams. This mid-season shakeup underscores the coaching staff's concerns about Johnson's ability to contribute effectively. With Trent McDuffie as the only solid option in the secondary, the Chiefs will likely focus on upgrading their cornerback room in the 2025 offseason, leaving little room for Johnson on the roster. While evaluating potential roster changes, it's essential to consider the Chiefs' position in the NFL waiver order. As perennial contenders, Kansas City finds itself at the bottom of the waiver priority, which limits their ability to claim emerging talent. A recent example is Emmanuel Forbes, a first-round cornerback from the 2023 draft who was released by the Washington Commanders. Despite his struggles in Washington, Forbes remains a tantalizing prospect for teams higher in the waiver order. His collegiate success, including a record 6 pick-sixes, demonstrates his raw talent. However, with teams like the New York Giants ahead in the waiver order, the Chiefs have little chance of adding him to their roster. This highlights one of the challenges that come with sustained success: the inability to easily infuse the roster with young and proven talent via waivers. As the Kansas City Chiefs navigate the final stages of the 2024 season, the team's secondary remains a pressing concern. The injury to cornerback Jalen Watson in Week 7 has created a void that players like Nazeeh Johnson and Joshua Williams have struggled to fill effectively. With only Trent McDuffie performing at a high level, the Chiefs' cornerback room appears vulnerable, especially with the playoffs on the horizon. Enter Patrick Peterson, a veteran free agent with a Hall of Fame caliber resume who could bring stability to a struggling unit. Patrick Peterson is a name synonymous with excellence at the cornerback position. The former number 5 overall pick in the 2011 NFL Draft has built a decorated career, including 8 Pro Bowl appearances and 3 All-Pro selections during his tenure with the Arizona Cardinals. Known for his elite athleticism, sharp instincts, and ability to shadow top receivers, Peterson was once regarded as one of the league's most dominant defenders. However, the 34-year-old cornerback is no longer the shutdown player he once was. Peterson's career trajectory has naturally shifted in recent years, reflecting both his age and the physical toll of over a decade in the league. Still, his recent performances suggest he might have something left to offer. In his final season with the Vikings, Peterson defied expectations, starting all 17 games and delivering an impressive stat line. He recorded 5 interceptions and 15 pass breakups, surrendering a modest passer rating of 79.6 in coverage. His tackling was efficient, with a stellar missed tackle rate of just 4.3%. Pro Football Focus graded his coverage at 82.5, a mark that ranked among the league's best that year and showcased a resurgence in his ability to contribute effectively. 2023 season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Peterson's stint with the Steelers told a different story. While still a starter, his production dipped significantly. He managed 2 interceptions and 11 pass breakups, but allowed a 91.5 passer rating in coverage. His missed tackle rate spiked to 20.8%, and his PFF coverage grade fell to 61.4, reflecting a clear decline in both his effectiveness and consistency. The Chiefs are facing a precarious situation in their defensive backfield, and Peterson's experience could be invaluable in stabilizing the group. Unlike younger, untested players, Peterson offers the kind of veteran savvy that could elevate the entire unit. His ability to diagnose plays, communicate adjustments, and mentor younger teammates like McDuffie could be crucial as the Chiefs prepare for a deep postseason run. Kansas City's decision-makers face a complex equation. On one hand, Patrick Peterson's availability represents a rare opportunity to add a seasoned veteran at a critical juncture in the season. On the other, there's no guarantee that Peterson's current abilities would significantly outperform the Chiefs' existing options in the secondary. The Chiefs must weigh Peterson's potential contributions against the risks of signing a player who may not be in peak form. If they believe his leadership and situational value can outweigh his physical limitations, Peterson could serve as a stabilizing force for the defense. What are your thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs potentially moving on from players like Wanya Morris, Skyy Moore, and Nazeeh Johnson in 2025? Do you agree that their performances make them expendable, or do you see untapped potential worth investing in? Regarding Emmanuel Forbes, do you think the Chiefs' low waiver priority is a fair trade-off for their success, or does it prevent them from capitalizing on intriguing talent like Forbes? Could he have been a worthwhile addition to their secondary? Lastly, do you believe signing a veteran like Patrick Peterson is the right move for Kansas City? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's see which fan has the best idea. Remember to support the channel, leave your like, and subscribe. Don't miss any update, news, or insight about the Chiefs. Always stay ahead. See you soon.